Life can be unpredictable, and sometimes we encounter people who seem to thrive on creating confusion and conflict. It's tough when you realize that someone you trusted might be the source of your struggles. Today, we're diving into a powerful topic: recognizing and dealing with challenging people through the lens of Stoicism. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our inner peace and clarity, regardless of external chaos. By understanding how to identify and manage difficult individuals, we can apply Stoic principles to protect our well-being and foster healthier connections. In this video, we'll explore 5 key signs of difficult people, using Stoic wisdom to guide our approach. You'll learn how to recognize these traits and how to respond with composure and insight. Remember, Stoicism isn't just about enduring challenges, but about understanding and navigating them with grace. Stick with us till the end to uncover practical strategies for dealing with these situations. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you find our content valuable. We have a special bonus section you won't want to miss, so stay tuned. Sign number 1. The charming manipulator. We all know someone who seems charming and captivating at first. They light up the room and make you feel special. They know just what to say and seem genuinely interested in you. But as Stoicism teaches us, we must look beyond the surface. Over time, you might notice cracks in their facade. They often need to be the center of attention, overshadowing others. They might interrupt you or subtly put you down. These behaviors aren't just quirks, they're red flags. The Stoics advise us to observe these behaviors with a clear mind, free from initial excitement. Imagine being at a party where this person dominates every conversation, redirecting topics back to themselves. They seem wonderful initially, but their self-centered nature becomes evident. Stoic principles, like apatheia, emotional detachment, can help you see through their charm. Watch how they react when things don't go their way. Genuine kindness shows grace and understanding, but those pretending to be kind may become angry or defensive. Marcus Aurelius warned against those who show anger and manipulation. Take your time to observe their actions, especially when they think no one is watching. True character is revealed when someone isn't trying to impress anyone. By staying grounded and mindful, you can avoid being misled by a charming facade. Another key sign is a lack of empathy. Empathy is crucial for meaningful connections and understanding others' feelings. Stoicism values compassion, as Marcus Aurelius emphasized our shared humanity. When someone blatantly disregards others' feelings, it's a serious red flag. Imagine sharing something personal, and instead of receiving comfort, the person mocks your vulnerability. This lack of empathy makes you feel isolated and misunderstood. Remember, empathy is not just about being there in tough times, but also about sharing in others' joy. Here's a revised version of Sign 2, presented clearly and straightforwardly. Sign 2. Lack of empathy. A major sign of a toxic person is their lack of empathy. They might not celebrate your successes and could even undermine your achievements or take credit for them. In work settings, this could mean a boss who pushes employees too hard, ignores requests for time off, or criticizes them publicly to humiliate rather than guide them. This creates a stressful, toxic environment. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our inner peace despite others' lack of empathy. Recognize that their behavior reflects their character, not yours. Lack of empathy can also lead to more harmful actions, such as deceit, cheating, or even causing physical harm without remorse. Seneca stressed the importance of kindness and justice, showing that lacking empathy means disconnecting from these virtues. Empathy issues often show in small ways too, like constantly interrupting conversations, showing little interest in others, or failing to offer help when needed. These might seem minor, but reveal a deeper issue. The Stoics advise being observant and discerning of these signs. Protect your own well-being by setting boundaries with those who drain your energy. Manipulation is another significant sign. Manipulators use deceit to control or influence others, often leaving you confused and questioning your reality. They might use gaslighting to make you doubt your memory or perception, or play the victim to make you feel responsible for their happiness. Stoicism values clarity of thought and staying grounded in reality. Manipulators try to cloud your judgment, making it hard to stick to your principles. They might flatter you to get what they want, making you feel obligated to meet their expectations. According to Epictetus, focus on controlling your own responses rather than trying to change others. Sign 3. Manipulation through isolation and control. The Stoics remind us that true virtue and self-worth come from within, not from seeking approval from others. Manipulators often use isolation to control you, cutting you off from friends and family to make you more dependent on them. They might claim, "Your friends don't care about you, but I do," to weaken your support network and increase your reliance on them. Financial manipulation is another tactic. A manipulative partner might control all finances, making you ask for permission to spend. This control can limit your independence and make it difficult to leave the relationship. The Stoics encourage self-sufficiency and independence, advising us to avoid undue influence from others. Recognizing manipulation can be tough, especially when you care about the person. The Stoics teach us to remain vigilant and discerning, to act with integrity, and to assess situations objectively. Ask yourself if the person consistently prioritizes their needs over yours, makes you feel guilty, tries to control your life, or isolates you from others. Setting firm boundaries is crucial. Communicate clearly about what you will and will not tolerate. Remember, you have the right to your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. By maintaining inner strength and clarity, you can protect yourself from manipulation and stay true to your values. Controlling behavior is a major red flag. This goes beyond preferences. It's about domination and power. A controlling person might insist on making all decisions for you or monitor your activities closely. In relationships, this can become even more severe, with partners dictating who you can see and what you can do, or even checking your messages and passwords. The Stoics, especially Epictetus, emphasized maintaining personal freedom and autonomy. Financial control or constant surveillance can strip you of your independence. The Stoics valued self-sufficiency and wise resource management, seeing financial control as a form of enslavement to be resisted. Remember, a controlling person might also try to isolate you, claiming they are the only one who truly understands you. Stay aware, set boundaries, and prioritize your own autonomy and well-being. Sign 4. Controlling behavior and pathological lying. Controlling individuals often use isolation to make you dependent on them, undermining your support network and eroding your freedom. They might criticize your loved ones, saying things like, "Your friends don't care about you," to create a sense of dependency. The Stoics valued community and supportive relationships, viewing isolation as detrimental to personal growth and well-being. These individuals may also resort to threats and intimidation to maintain control. They might threaten to leave, harm themselves, or even hurt you if you don't comply. This creates an environment of fear and anxiety, making it difficult to make clear, rational decisions. Seneca taught that true courage lies in standing firm against such threats and reclaiming your power. Controlling behavior is not just about having things done a certain way. It's about fundamentally undermining your ability to make your own choices. The Stoics would advise recognizing these behaviors as attacks on your autonomy and personal freedom. By staying true to your values and maintaining inner strength, you can resist controlling individuals and reclaim your right to live freely. If you find yourself dealing with someone who exhibits controlling behavior, it's crucial to set firm boundaries and assert your independence. Communicate clearly about your needs and limits, and seek support from those who understand your situation. Remember, while you cannot control others, you can control your reactions and decisions, protecting yourself from the harmful effects of control. Another clear sign of an evil person is pathological lying. This goes beyond occasional white lies and involves constant deception, fabricating stories, and distorting reality to suit their needs. Pathological liars create a web of deceit that can erode trust and damage relationships. The Stoics valued truth and integrity, believing that a virtuous life was grounded in honesty. Marcus Aurelius emphasized living by nature, aligning actions with truth and reason. Pathological lying is a betrayal of these principles, creating a false reality for personal gain. Pathological lying can start with small lies, but escalate over time. A liar might embellish stories, cover up mistakes, or falsely take credit for achievements. This behavior creates a distorted view of reality, leaving you uncertain of what's true. In the workplace, pathological liars might exaggerate their qualifications or spread false rumors about colleagues, creating a toxic environment where trust is undermined. In personal relationships, constant lies about whereabouts, past actions, or feelings can make you feel insecure and anxious, leading you to question your own perceptions. The Stoics would advise maintaining your integrity and focusing on what you can control, your own thoughts and actions. Epictetus taught us to remain steadfast in our values and not be disturbed by others' dishonesty. Vigilance is key. Observe and critically evaluate situations rather than taking things at face value. When you catch someone in a lie, pay attention to their reactions. Do they become defensive or aggressive? Their responses can provide insights into their true character and motives. By staying grounded in your principles and seeking truth through careful consideration, you can navigate the challenges posed by pathological liars and protect your inner peace. Sign 5. Blaming and manipulative tactics. When dealing with someone who exhibits pathological lying, they may try to turn the tables and blame you for the issues at hand. Instead of admitting their mistakes, they often offer seemingly plausible explanations that are merely another layer of deceit. A genuine person will own up to their mistakes and work to correct them, whereas a pathological liar will double down on their falsehoods, creating even more elaborate lies. The Stoics would advise us to stay calm and rational in such situations, recognizing deceit for what it is and not letting it provoke us. Over time, pathological lying can erode the foundation of trust in any relationship. Once trust is broken, rebuilding it can be extremely difficult. You might find yourself constantly suspicious, leading to a toxic cycle of mistrust and resentment. The Stoics valued strong, honest relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. When faced with a pathological liar, you must decide whether it's worth attempting to rebuild trust or if it's healthier to distance yourself from their toxic influence. Protecting your mental and emotional well-being should take precedence. To safeguard yourself from such harmful behaviors while maintaining your peace and integrity, setting boundaries is crucial. Boundaries help define what you will and will not accept in your relationships, protecting your well-being. The Stoics, who emphasized personal integrity and inner peace, would see boundary setting as a fundamental practice for maintaining a virtuous and tranquil life. Recognizing that boundaries are not about being harsh, but about respecting yourself and ensuring others respect you is key. When setting boundaries, clarity is essential. Be specific about the behaviors you will not tolerate and communicate this clearly and assertively. For instance, if a friend frequently belittles you, You might say, "I appreciate our friendship but will not tolerate disrespectful behavior. If this continues, I will have to distance myself." This approach is direct and leaves no room for misinterpretation. Consistency is another vital aspect of setting boundaries. It's not enough to state your boundaries once. You must consistently enforce them, even when it's challenging. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, emphasize discipline and perseverance. By consistently upholding your boundaries, you demonstrate self-respect and teach others how to treat you. If someone repeatedly crosses your boundaries, it indicates a lack of respect for you and your limits. In such cases, it may be necessary to reassess the relationship and consider distancing yourself to protect your well-being. Sign 6. Exploitative behavior. Another significant sign of an evil person is exploitative behavior. This involves taking advantage of others for personal gain, often at the expense of their well-being or dignity. Exploitative individuals may manipulate, deceive, or coerce others to achieve their goals, showing little regard for the impact of their actions on those around them. In relationships, exploitative behavior can manifest as using someone's kindness or resources without reciprocating. For example, a person might continuously ask for favors or financial assistance without ever offering support in return. They may also leverage someone's vulnerabilities, such as emotional or financial dependence, to control or manipulate them. The Stoics would advise us to recognize exploitative behavior for what it is and maintain our integrity in the face of such actions. According to Stoic principles, we should be vigilant and discerning, understanding that exploitation reflects the character of the exploiter, not our own worth. In professional settings, exploitative behavior can take the form of a boss who takes credit for their employees' work, demands excessive hours without appropriate compensation, or manipulates employees to benefit their own career at their subordinates' expense. This creates a toxic work environment where employees feel undervalued and exploited. The Stoics, especially Epictetus, taught that our focus should be on our own actions and responses. We cannot control others' exploitative behaviors, but we can control how we respond to them. By setting clear boundaries and maintaining our principles, we can protect ourselves from being exploited and preserve our own sense of self-respect. To safeguard yourself from exploitative individuals, it's important to identify red flags. Be aware of signs such as consistent one-sided interactions where you're giving but not receiving support or respect in return. Set clear boundaries. Communicate your limits firmly and assertively. For instance, if someone frequently asks for favors without reciprocating, you might say, "I'm happy to help, but I need a balanced exchange of support in our relationship." Assess relationships. Regularly evaluate your relationships to ensure they are reciprocal and respectful. If someone consistently exploits you, consider distancing yourself to protect your well-being. Seek support. Engage with others who understand your situation and can offer advice or support. This can help you navigate exploitative dynamics more effectively. The Stoics believed in the importance of living a virtuous life, guided by principles of integrity and respect. By recognizing exploitative behavior and responding with clarity and self-respect, you can protect yourself from harm and maintain your inner peace. Sign 7. Lack of accountability. A telling sign of an evil person is a chronic lack of accountability. Such individuals consistently refuse to take responsibility for their actions, often blaming others or external circumstances for their mistakes and shortcomings. This behavior not only undermines trust, but also reveals a fundamental flaw in their character. In personal relationships, a person who lacks accountability may never admit to their faults or apologize for their wrongdoings. Instead, they might shift the blame onto others, making excuses or deflecting responsibility. For instance, if they hurt your feelings or fail to meet commitments, they might say things like, "It's not my fault you took it that way," or "I was too busy because of what you did." The Stoics would advise us to recognize this behavior as indicative of a lack of virtue. According to Stoic philosophy, true character is reflected in one's ability to acknowledge mistakes and take responsibility for one's actions. Marcus Aurelius, for example, emphasized the importance of self-awareness and personal responsibility as crucial components of a virtuous life. In professional settings, a lack of accountability can manifest as a leader who fails to own up to poor decisions or mistakes, instead blaming team members or external factors. This can lead to a toxic work environment where blame shifting becomes the norm and genuine problem solving is stifled. To deal with individuals who lack accountability, consider the following Stoic-inspired approaches. Maintain objectivity. Focus on the facts of the situation rather than getting caught up in emotional reactions or the blame game. Assess the behavior based on its impact and your values. Set clear expectations. Communicate your expectations regarding responsibility and accountability. For example, if a colleague consistently fails to own up to their errors, clarify that you expect honesty and constructive problem solving. Encourage reflection. If appropriate, gently encourage the person to reflect on their actions and their consequences. This might involve asking questions that prompt self-examination, such as, "How do you think this situation could have been handled differently?" Protect yourself. If someone's lack of accountability consistently affects your well-being or professional environment, it may be necessary to distance yourself or adjust your involvement with them. Model accountability. Demonstrate the behavior you wish to see by taking responsibility for your own actions and mistakes. This can set a standard and encourage others to follow suit. The Stoics would remind us that while we cannot control others' actions, we can control our own responses. By upholding principles of integrity and responsibility in our own lives, we protect ourselves from the negative effects of others' lack of accountability and maintain our own inner peace and self-respect. Recognizing the signs of toxic or malevolent behavior can be crucial for protecting your well-being and maintaining healthy relationships. The 7 signs we've explored: lack of empathy, manipulation, controlling behavior, pathological lying, exploitation, emotional manipulation, and lack of accountability, are all indicative of deep-seated issues that can profoundly impact your life if not addressed. From a Stoic perspective, these behaviors are reflections of the individual's character, not yours. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our inner peace and integrity in the face of such negativity. By understanding these signs, you can better navigate relationships and environments where these behaviors are present, ensuring that you uphold your own values and well-being. Setting boundaries, practicing self-respect, and remaining true to your principles are essential strategies for dealing with toxic individuals. The Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offer valuable wisdom in cultivating inner strength and clarity, which can shield you from the detrimental effects of others' harmful actions. Ultimately, while we cannot control the behavior of others, we have full control over our responses and our commitment to living virtuously. By embracing Stoic principles and recognizing these signs, we can foster healthier relationships, safeguard our mental and emotional health, and lead lives that reflect our highest values.